Okay, my friends, here we are again, and we're trying to, conclude our theme, philosophy, as a way of celebrating, the good life. Second to the last episode, it's episode 127. Okay, and let's dive in. uh, we're still in the process of giving you some ideas on how to craft your own personal philosophy, either from your own life, or you have been influenced by your role models, like we talked about yet yesterday, but we talked about last episode, and some of the quotes, from authors and from great people, dead or alive. And we will continue with that until the next episode, which will be aired at the end of, the month of September. You see, because of my trips, my work trips here and abroad, I I prepare, for this twice a week uploads, and we take them. All right. So here we go. It says here again, I copied it from somewhere or heard about this in one of the interviews, or the podcast, and I don't remember, but it actually caught my attention, just like the others that I have shared with you, before. It says, the math is simple. It says, if you do what everyone does, you get what everyone gets. It makes sense. Hmm? If you want different results, you have to diverge. The second you do something different, unfortunately, you become a target for criticism. Because you are differing from the mold. Most people optimize for comfort and the safety of the group over the risk of criticism for just being different. Outliers, okay? Outliers, is a term that Malcolm, Gladwell used when he talked about people who are different in the way they think and the way they act, and they become really, very, very successful people. So outliers pick their own game, choose how to keep score, and then pay the price to play it. Okay. In the last episode, I shared with you role models, isn't it? And my last role model, my sixth role model, is Elon Musk, because he is really a cut above the rest. People say, every time he starts a new venture, it was such a preposterous idea that they start laughing at him, calling him crazy, and now he is the richest man on planet Earth. And let's see who's laughing. Okay, so it begs repetition. Okay, and I make it very fast this time. The math is simple. If you do what everyone does, you get what everyone gets. Okay, if you want different results, then you have to diverge. Unfortunately, the second you do something different, you become a target for criticism. Why? Because most people optimize for comfort and the safety of the group over the risk of criticism for being different. Okay? Outliers pick their own game, choose how to keep score, and then pay the price to play it. This that definitely is describing someone like Elon Musk, isn't it? Okay, he plays a very different game. So, in fact, his ultimate dream is being is building, is building a colonize a colonized state in Mars, colonizing Mars as if he's just going to a country somewhere, in the world which is not yet being explored, and build a civilization there. He wants to build a civilization and colonize the planet Mars. Okay, I am, and in the meantime, he put up Tesla, and it's now one of the what they call this successful companies when it comes to stock trading. He built SpaceX. He built boring company, underground underground highways. Okay, he built Neuralink. He bought Twitter and named it XAI. Now he is XAI. Okay, that developed Grok 4 and I think the supercomputer Colossus, if I'm not mistaken. He had this Solar City and many others. Okay, so every time I said he would think, of new things, very, very, very different from the usual what success stories. You know, uh, People would laugh, and now they would buy his stocks, and then he made a lot of he minted a lot of millionaires by simply what is by simply buying stocks of his company and just sitting pretty while he does the things which infuriate a lot of people. In fact, I read somewhere it's either you love him or you hate him, and there's no middle ground. Okay, and who is this Shark Tank guy? I will try and recall his name. And he said, a lot of people hate him, but I love him because every time, he thinks of something, it's turned into a gold mine. He lays golden, he is the goose that lays the golden eggs. Every idea, everything he touches turns into gold. Okay, and this guy also says, "I will never bet against Elon." Basically, it's this, and everybody else follows. If this one is making money, so they do this. If this one seems to be, and there's always a playbook. There's always a playbook. This made me rich. Fine, I will look at it, and it makes sense. I will follow. But I always my admiration always is always reserved for people who think differently, who are not afraid, okay, to be different, who take the risk and the ridicule and the embarrassment, in stride, because deep in their hearts, they know they are right, and deep in their hearts, they know they will succeed. So they succeed where everybody is afraid to go into, and when it is successful they all follow, but they do not want the risk, of being called stupid and crazy. That's what this is saying. So it's simple. If you want to have different results, be different, but be prepared to be criticized. But it says you want to be an outlier, to be the only one in their class, to be a class by themselves because no one else is like them. Okay, then, okay, you pick your own game, you choose how to keep score, and then and pay the price and play it the way you want it. Okay, so um, if you have followed me, especially in this theme of philosophy guiding us in living our good life, you know very well there is a pattern in the way I think. You know what is it? Try and discover it. It's just the same thing, said in many many words by different people, but there's just one thread, one pattern. Okay, you want to guess? But tell me in the comment. Tell me in the comment, and let's continue the conversation. Okay. So until then, my fascinating Renaissance friends, this is Malu, in my season of life. And don't forget to like and subscribe so we will continue this journey together. Okay, adieu.